ado, I would like to welcome to the stage Dr. Stephen Ferguson.
Leave the mic there. Oh no, I don't need it. Is it? Side effects. Now, what side effects? Side effects, again, is a play on words. It's a play on words. Which one sounds well? Okay, I'll give you this drug, Mr. Jones, I'll give you this drug, and it's going to give you side effects. Or if you take this drug, it's going to slowly kill you and give you other diseases. Which one would you rather hear? Side effects. Do you see the point? It's a play on what does side effects mean? Side effects means it's giving you diseases worse than the ones that you've already got. That's the point. If something's slowly killing you, you've had the heart attack's gone. It's gone, it's done, it's finished with. If you're to have a bypass or something, the bypass is done. Why do you need to still take the drugs for the rest of your life? Who'd like to tell me? Have we got any medical experts here that like to tell us why you would need to take it for the rest of your life? Sorry? That's right. Now, if we were to look at one cancer drug, now we're not saying you shouldn't take drugs for cancer, but if we were to just take one, some of those drugs cost £1,000 for one dose. Where does the money come from in the UK? Taxpayers' money. Taxpayers. So they've got a straight market. These companies are $1.1 trillion. $1.1 trillion per year by keeping you sick. Now, by the statements I'm making, am I exaggerating? Let me tell you about Dr. Verripen. Dr. Verripen, he is the CEO, former CEO of Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly is a pharmaceutical company. Now, what happened to him is he had 2 heart attacks. These 2 heart attacks made him start to look at his health. In the end, he had a pacemaker, and he was basically on his last legs. So he decided to come clean. He decided, well, I've had my heart attack, and then he started to think, look at what I've done to mankind, the thousands upon thousands of people. And one day he did a seminar, and he told the truth. He said, and this is coming from the CEO, one of the major shareholders as well, of this particular company. He said that he views people as consumers. He couldn't care less about their illness, and he wants them to be sick. They make drugs with the intention of making you sick. How does that sound? Would you say that's a true statement? Is that what you believed? They're making drugs to make you sick. People come to my clinic, and I would say about 95% of the people that come have got blood pressure as an additional one of their illnesses. Blood pressure is one of sometimes 50 illnesses. They've been going backwards and forwards to the pharmaceutical people sometimes for 40 to 50 years. I've done surveys, I've done a check. I've looked at the ones that have got high blood pressure. Sometimes their blood pressure is 200, 250. Someone on the tablets, their blood pressure may be, say, 170 systolis. The person that's 200, 230 that's not taking the tablets, not that I'm telling you not to take your tablets, their blood pressure goes down quicker than the one taking the tablets. What does that tell you about the tablets? Because they're always talking about scientific evidence. What evidence does that prove about the tablets? What do the tablets do to you? They're making them worse, because if you look at your blood pressure, you've been going backwards and forwards to your GP for 30 years, sometimes 40 years. You started off with a pain in your hip. You started off with a pain in your back. Where are you now? Some people they've gone as far as being in a what? In a wheelchair. When you stay in a wheelchair, what happens to your body? Your body wastes away. You become weaker. You go back to your GP, what does he give you? From Afghanistan. What does he give you that's grown in Afghanistan? Opium. In the form of cocodamol, codidramol. They're opioids. Opioids is straight heroin. Any drug that tells you it may make you feel drowsy, most of them contain cocaine. So what you find is you're mixing different drugs. You're mixing heroin with something else. Has that mixture of drugs been tested, mixed all together? Has it been tested? And is there any evidence that even the actual one you're taking has been tested? Can you prove that it's been tested? The one that, if you're taking just, which I doubt, it's just one. If you're taking just one, can you prove that it's been tested? Sorry? You can't. Now, the mixture of drugs, if you're taking metformin, right, mixed with amlodipine, mixed with benzofluoromethazine, mixed with atenolol, mixed with simvastatin, is the metformin still metformin? Do you see the point? You've been told to take 850 milligrams of metformin or 250 milligrams. Is it still metformin when it's been mixed with lots of different drugs? Sorry? No. What is it? Okay. Now the thing is, there's a label inside the boxes. And when they're mixed, there's different side effects that are labeled from mixing them, that are documented. Who is testing those drugs out so that it gets documented? Who's testing them out? Sorry? We are.